Hey everybody, Mountain Grandma here. I want to give you an update on how my garden's been doing, and I'm going to start right here on my porch. Here are our porch cherry tomatoes, and I have been loving all of the tomatoes that we've had on this plant. The peppers seem to be coming along. I planted orange jalapenos and pumpkin spice jalapenos. I planted some bell peppers. I've got one pepperoncini so far. There's a couple more pepper plants. The St. John's wort, I feel like is a win for me because it seems to be surviving, like anywhere I put it. These are some arugula that I planted, and this hibiscus has actually gotten pretty darn tall. It's almost as tall as me and my hibiscus. I got one little celery plant, and this is another okra. Okay, so some of you might be wondering, how has my companion planting with the roses been going? I did plant this amaranth. He's gotten quite tall. And some of the indigo apple tomatoes. You can see there's quite a few throughout there. And this is the other tomato plant that I had. So obviously the roses totally got outnumbered here with the tomato plants. I didn't realize how big and bushy these would get. Now in these other two barrels I had turnip greens, which I've harvested twice. I think this one's about toast. And here's the other barrel that I had planted turnip greens in. I've harvested from here twice. Can you see all the turnip greens that are still there? All right, here's that other large garden bed that I had. This was a surprise as to how successful these tomatillos were gonna be. And I got these seeds from Gail's Southern Living. Would you even look at all the flowers with more tomatillos coming in? I'm just so amazed. And this is one plant, and this is the other tomatillo plant. You can see all the tomatillos on this thing. It is amazing. Can't forget the weeds. Yeah, hats off to the weeds for all the stomach workout I got this season. Bending over and pulling these guys up. Maybe a little bit of a back workout too. I did plant some watermelon and cantaloupe. I don't know. The cantaloupe is these leaves here that you see. I'm still hopeful. Maybe we'll get something out of those. Watermelon, not looking so good. I did plant several basil plants out here. I love basil, but also just to repel bugs, and it did do well. So I've got one here, and there's one on the other side over there, and another one here, and on the other side over there. This is a row of the gold medal tomatoes, and I haven't seen one tomato. They didn't do well. I don't know that I can blame the species of tomato as much as I probably can blame, again, my dirt. My dirt's getting all the blame. Really excited about this little guy. It's St. John's wort. I might even try to plant some of those out in the forest, maybe. We'll see. So I planted this red okra, and I got another okra over here and one on the porch. So far they're doing well. I think that we'll probably see those continue to grow. We've got some more time for the season. This right here is cucumber. And do I have a cucumber there? I know I've got flowers, so hopefully I'll get some cucumbers soon. And there's a cucumber vine over there. I don't know, we'll see how they produce. I've got, this was my row of broccoli. Can you kind of see the blue-green sticking out from the weeds? That's it. And right through here, I showed you my okra. I've got an eggplant in the middle who's doing meh. And there's a lonely squash plant over there that hasn't produced one squash. Go figure. It's because it doesn't have a friend. Everybody needs friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need friends too. And what you're seeing here is a horseradish root that I planted. I planted some here and I planted some in another bed that I'll show you. Back at the back are a lot of asparagus that are kind of popping up. Planted some strawberry over here. So I don't know, maybe we'll try to expand on these next year, because I heard that they grow great with asparagus. And you can see there were asparagus spears over here that we cut down, and there's some more asparagus. It just seems to take up the whole part of like from here over. So I think I'll always just try to keep this weeded, watered, and just let the asparagus grow. But I did read that strawberries grow well with asparagus, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And I also read that horseradish root is good to grow with asparagus. It helps repel some of the bugs and stuff. And the amaranth, I read that the amaranth doesn't necessarily compete for water with anything, so something kind of nice about those. Oh, I do have this little, it's supposed to be a Brussels sprout. I planted it quite some time ago. I need to fertilize it again and pray. I need to pray about that guy right there. All right, this is you know, kind of another fail that I'm going to share with you guys a little bit. The tomatoes in this bed. Oh my goodness. So in this about 3 foot by 3 foot square bed, I planted probably too many tomato plants, but I planted some big beefs that we bought already started, and they've actually both been pulled up. Neither one of them turned out well for us. And then through this diagonally, I planted some better boys. Yeah, and he fell over. We had to pull some weeds out. I thought the weeds were making him sick, and then now I don't know about putting him back in because a branch broke when we were doing that. Oh, and I do have more horseradish root that I planted right here, and I planted over here in the corner. So lastly, one more thing I want to show you. Hi, Miss Lady. Hey, Ladybug. You're so sweet. She follows Mountain Grandpa everywhere. Don't you, precious? Yes, her is so precious. Oh my goodness. So right back here, I have some evening primrose. That's that guy and that guy. And I've got Miss Ladybug over here messing with my camera. Yes, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, she's too cute. And then I planted some horehound. This is the little horehound. He's been this size forever. I don't know what the deal is, but he's really small. And I planted some self-heal right here. I thought maybe throughout the year, maybe I'd figure out what all this stuff was. I never did figure out what all this stuff was. But we do have some flowers. I need to do a short and share that, see if anybody knows what these guys are. I had hated to just go cutting them all down, you know, in case they had some kind of value, in case they were one of the herbs that I want. Oh, and here I've got a little friend, little mullein. So I'll do a short of that, and we shall see if anybody knows what that is for me. All right, so that's it for all of my different little garden beds. And let me know what you guys are growing. Let me know how things are going for you. I've been watching a lot of my friends on channels on YouTube, and it looks like everybody's having a great year in some way. There's always something we can say we did right? Like something that we can be happy about, but always something that we feel like there's more work to do. That's just kind of the nature of gardening, I think. For me anyways. It's every year is a new adventure and a new experiment. That's why I love to do it. So y'all have a great one. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Remember everybody, keep your joy.